the method of resolution for the resultant forces. Now let us proceed for the new method to find out the resultant force by resolving the forces and how to find out the resultant force. Now let us see the first step. Resolve all the forces horizontally and find the algebraic sum of all horizontal component, that is summation fx or summation h. Resolve all the forces vertically and find the algebraic sum of all vertical component, that is summation fy or summation v. The resultant R of the given force will be given by the equation R is equal to square root of summation fx square plus summation fy square. The resultant force will be inclined at an angle theta will horizontal such that tan theta is equal to summation fy upon summation fx. Now what will happen? Let us see here. Now let us say one of the force is acting over any body. Very first step, as per this step, what we have to make this resolve this force along x and y direction. Similarly, for second force, again resolve this force in vertical fy and fx direction. Now let us say another force is acting, and it is also we have to resolve in horizontal and vertical direction. It means that whatever may be the number of forces which is acting over this body, what we have to make in the first step, we have to resolve these forces either in horizontal direction as well as in vertical direction. Resolve this force horizontal direction and vertical direction. All these forces are resolved in horizontal as well as vertical direction. After the resolution, next step is that we have to find out the resultant, and resultant, how we will be getting the resultant? The R is equal to square root of summation fx square. It means that whatever may be the horizontal forces, here are the three horizontal forces 1, 2 and 3. If we make the summation of all these force, summation fx, that value we have to find out. Similarly, summation of all vertical forces, that we have to calculate. And once you will be calculating these values, put this value in this equation, you will be getting resultant R. Similarly, this resultant R, which making an inclination theta with the horizontal, to find out this tan theta is equal to summation of fy upon fx. These are the two important formulas for this method of resolution to find out the resultant forces. By using this method, we are easily find out the resultant R if there are the number of forces acting over the body. The parallelogram law of force is the applicable for only two forces. If more than two forces are acting over the body, in that condition, the method of resolution is applicable. Okay. Now let us see this force. Now some sign conventions that we have to consider. Now if you see here, this horizontal force is going in the right side. That's why the force which is going in the right side, we are taking it as a positive. This force is also going in the right side. That's why these two forces are taking positive. Similarly, this force is going to the left side. The forces which are going in the left side, we are taking these forces as negative. These forces we are taking as negative. Those forces which are going in the right side are positive. Those forces which are going in the left side are taking as negative. Similarly, for the vertical forces, whatever may be the force which is going vertically upward, these forces we are considering as positive. Okay, such forces are we are considering as positive, and those force which are going vertically downward, we taking at negative. Okay, when we are making the summation of all these forces, summation of all these forces, summation of fx and summation of fy, when we are calculating this term, this sign convention what we have to use. When this force is going in the right side, we treat it as positive. When the force is taking left side, then we consider it as a negative. And whatever may be the summation, you will be getting that summation we have to represent over this formula. Are you understood how these sign conventions we are using? Okay, let us say once again, this right side force is considered positive. The force which is going to left side we consider at negative. The forces which is going vertically upward, take it as positive. The force which is going vertically downward, we take it as negative. Very simple concept. Now let us apply this concept for this problem. A system of force is acting at the corner of rectangular block as shown in the figure. Determine the magnitude and direction of resultant force. Now let us see this figure. These are the number of forces which is acting over this system of force, and for this we have to find out the resultant R. Now as we know that summation fx, summation fy, that we have to find out over here, and then we are solving this. Now let us see one by one. The given the system of force, magnitude of the resultant force resolving the horizontal. Now let us see horizontal force, summation fx, all horizontal forces. Now if you see here in this figure, summation of all horizontal forces, this 25 kilonewton force is going to the right side, that's why this is taking as positive. This 20 kilonewton force is going to the left side, that's why it is taken as negative. And the summation of these two will be 5. Okay, summation fx is 5 kilonewton. Okay, as per the sign conventions previously I have told you, the force which is going to the right side is taken as positive, force which is going to the left side is taken as negative. That's why this 25 is positive, this 20 is negative. That's why 25 minus 20, it becomes a 5 kilonewton summation fx. Now similarly we have to work out for the vertical forces. Okay, vertical forces. Now summation fy. Now if you see here, this 50 kilonewton force is going vertically downward. Similarly, this 35 kilonewton force is also going vertically downward. When the force is going vertically downward, we treat this force as negative. That's why minus 50 plus minus 35, the answer will be minus 85 kilonewton. It means that summation of all vertical forces is minus 85. Now here the sign is indicating the direction. Sign is indicating the direction. Now here this 5 kilonewton is, answer is plus. It means that this force in the horizontal direction, when we treat it as positive, the force is going in the right side, then it is treated as positive. It means that this summation fx is in the right side direction. And here this value of summation fy is negative. It indicates that this vertical force is in vertically downward direction. Okay, this sign is indicating, minus sign is indicating that the force is vertically downward. The plus or minus sign is simply for the directions. Okay, now let us see, we have to find out the magnitude of resultant force R, and R is nothing but what, under root of summation fx square plus summation fy square. Now summation fx is 5 square plus summation fy is minus 85, that's square, under root of this term. Now let us solve this term. Under root in bracket 5 square plus 85 square, bracket complete, is equal to how much? 85.14. 85.14. Resultant R is 85.14. 85.14. By simple methods we are easily find out. Now this R is representing what? R means what? Resultant force. If there is 4 forces acting which is producing something effect over that particular body, the same effect is produced by this resultant R, which is having the intensity of 85.15 kilonewton. Okay. Now let us see this another problem. A triangle ABC has its side AB 45 millimeter along positive x-axis, side BC 30 millimeter along positive y-axis. Third force of 40 Newton, 50 Newton and 30 Newton are acting along the side AB, BC, CA respectively. Determine the magnitude of resultant of such system of force. Now let us see here. There are the three forces which is acting over this body and which are placed as shown in the figure. If you see here this figure, the 40 kilonewton force, 50 kilonewton force and 30 kilonewton force along AB, BC and CA. Along AB, along AB 40 Newton force, along BC 50 Newton force, along AC is 30 Newton force, and AB is of 40 millimeter and BC is of 30 millimeter. For such a triangle, we have to find out this number of forces are acting over this triangle, and we have to find out the resultant of these three forces. Now let us see how to find out this. Now to find out these forces, we have to find out this AC. And how to find out this AC? AC is nothing but what? Hypotenuse of this triangle. And as per the Pythagoras theorem, AC square is equal to AB square plus this BC square. And according to this, we are easily find out. Now let us say this 40 square plus 30 square and under root of this answer, it means that's 50. Its AC is of 50 millimeter. AC is of 50 millimeter. Now from this, we may calculate sine theta and cos theta. We may calculate the sine theta and cos theta. Sine theta is nothing but what? Opposite side upon hypotenuse. Opposite side is of 30 and hypotenuse is of 50. Therefore, 30 divided by 50. This value becomes a 0.6. And cos theta is nothing but what? Adjacent side upon hypotenuse, and adjacent side is of 40. 40 divided by 50, it becomes a 0.4. Now let us calculate this. 30 divided by 50. This value is of 0.6, and 40 divided by 50, and this value is of 0.8. Okay, this sine theta and cos theta, this value we have find it out. Now in the next term, resolve this force. Now here this 40 Newton and this 50 Newton, 40 Newton is already horizontal, that's why the resolution is not required, and this 50 Newton force is also a vertical, that's why the resolution is not required. Resolution is required only if the force making an angle theta with horizontal axis or either with the vertical axis. When the force is inclined one, then and then only we are required to resolve the force. If the force is already horizontal or already vertical, in that condition we did not require to resolve the force. Okay, remember this point. The force is resolved when it is inclined one. And here the only one force is inclined, that is this 30 Newton force is inclined. Now if you see here, now see here, if this angle and this angle, it must be equal. As per the geometry, you might be learned in the 12th, this force and this angle and this angle must be equal angles. Okay, this must be theta. Now here, if this theta, the force along this angle is always cos component, and another one is the sine component. Now once you will be getting this component, this is 30 cos theta and 30 sine theta. It is the resolution of your force. Now let us resolve all horizontal forces. Now whatever may be the horizontal force, let us take summation of these forces. Now here summation Fx, horizontal force. First force, let us take this 40. 40 is going to the right side, that's why we are taking it as positive. Now this resolve force 30 cos theta, it is going to the left side, that's why it is taking as negative. And the cos theta is how much? Here already we have calculated 0.8. Now put the value and simplify the term. 40 minus 30 into 0.8, 16. it means that summation Fx is 16 Newton. Now similarly for the vertical forces along BC, now let us see, this 50 kilonewton force is going vertically upward, that's why positive, and this resolve component 30 sine theta is going vertically downward, that's why we are taking it as negative. That's why 50 minus 30 sine theta, and sine theta is already we have calculated 0.6. Now put the values over here and calculate this. 50 minus 30 into 0.6, 32. Okay, summation Fy is 32, and all these values are summation Fx and summation Fy are plus. It indicates that this force is going right side and this force is going vertically upward. Now the resultant R is nothing but what? Summation under root of summation Fx square plus summation Fy square. Now put the values and calculate. Put the values and calculate. Under root 60 square plus 32 square, bracket complete. Okay, 35.777. It is rounded off 35.8 Newton. By such a way, we can find out the resultant R of the given force system. हे समजले का आता सगळ्यांना?